Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm jumping straight into today's video with nail prep. I will be creating a peel off base coat using cuticle oil and top coat. I'm only applying a very small amount of cuticle oil on my nails. I don't want to make it too oily because once we apply the top coat, the nails are going to pop off way too easily and it's just going to be a huge mess. And I'm only doing this because I am doing content a lot this month and I'm switching out my sets a lot. It doesn't really make sense for me to properly prep my nails every time I am creating content. And it feels so good to be back, you guys. I've been gone a while. I think it's been over a week or two. I went kind of on a small break after the holiday season. I did kind of make an incentive to clean out my nail room, and I just started this year with cleaning out everything. I have cleaned out so many things. I even got new furniture. I don't know if you guys want to see it. I probably will show you guys. It's really up to you if you guys want to see that sort of thing. It's not completely finished, but I'm almost there. We're almost complete with setup, and I didn't want to wait too long to record anything. I just want to make sure that my setup was decent enough for me to make content, and I do have some stuff to put out. So a lot of these videos are pre-recorded. I did do them ahead of time, so you're gonna see a lot of fluctuations in lighting. I'm still trying to get the hang of everything, so please bear with me. After I'd finished applying the peel off base coat, I did cure that in the lamp for 30 seconds, and now we are ready to apply our nail tips. For today's nail tips, I am using these C-curve nail tips. This is just a personal preference and the type of nail tips that I like. You can go ahead and use the non-C-curve nail tips. I know that's something that everybody likes to use. I'll also be using a gel X lamp and base coat to adhere my nail tips, as nail glue wouldn't really work to glue on the nail tips since it's just a really smooth surface. I went ahead and blended my nail tips off camera, and now I'm going to take base coat and apply this on my nails and cure this in the lamp for 30 seconds. For some reason today I didn't feel like applying the base coat on the entire nail, especially since it's just a pop-off set. Then we're not going to keep this on, so I really only applied it halfway to where the nail tip meets. For today's polygel, we will be using this color from Rosalind. It is in the color Opal. This is kind of like a milky white, and I'm also using alcohol as my slip solution. So I started application on the thumb using the 2-bead method, but after a while I ended up using 1 full bead on the rest of the nails because this polygel is pretty gritty. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like, it's still soft, it's still movable, it's still easy to work with, but it's kind of gritty, and doing the 2-bead method, it didn't really give a good seamless look or a blend, so I went ahead and just did 1 bead on the rest of the nails, so you'll see a discrepancy there. I also want to warn any new subscribers that are new to my channel that today's video is going to be a zodiac series, and it is a series where I talk about astrology and the horoscope of each sign, but I also incorporate nails, and there is quite a bit of talking, so if you're not interested, please feel free to use the timestamps below so you can skip over it, and the rest of you that are interested, feel free to stay tuned. My aim was to do Capricorn pretty early. I wanted to do it right after the holidays, but my setup took a lot longer than I expected, and I honestly didn't really want to rush anything either when it came to your video. I feel like 2024 ended on a very calm and grounded note, and that is because the moon was in Capricorn, and Capricorn is a pretty grounded sign. As for inspiration for this nail set, I kind of freestyled. I kind of wanted to keep it that cyber grunge that I've been going with, but now looking back, I should have probably done something a little more simple because I feel like Capricorn women, they do like simple sets, and I feel like I could have went after that. But nonetheless, I did try to stick to your rulership as much as I could and keep this astrologically accurate as possible. This Capricorn season has been absolutely crazy. We've had a lot going on, especially with the rumors amid the TikTok ban. I'm gonna be really sad about that app leaving if it does leave. I'm not gonna do any astrological predictions regarding that, only because I feel like it's a little irresponsible and I don't want to just like say something and either it does or does happen. I'm just gonna keep that up in the air. I do have my own predictions, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. But I think this happening is like just peak Pluto in Aquarius. Since Aquarius is an air sign and it does rule technological advancements, and we have Pluto in the sign of that, it's really going to unmask a lot of things regarding the internet. And I will talk more about and go deeper into that when I do Aquarius's video. I'm not shocked that this is happening. The Pluto is touching the moon really closely right now, and we're honestly going to be forced to try to learn how to diversify ourselves, diversify our incomes, and diversify ways for us to connect with each other, because that's kind of how Pluto in Aquarius works. You do have to learn how to diversify and kind of adapt and change. So when Pluto was in Capricorn the last 20 years, Capricorn is all about like stability and security. We are so used to things being there for us. We're used to the internet being there. We're used to social media apps being there. I know Vine kind of had its ups and downs, but the thing about Pluto in Capricorn, especially the sign of Capricorn, it is about stability and security, and we're so used to these things being easily accessible to us. Pluto in Aquarius is going to show us a different kind of side, and it's going to be a pretty hard transition for a lot of us. We're kind of used to a certain system and abiding by certain systems, and honestly, TikTok, if it is getting banned, this is just the start of many transitions that we will have to adapt to. With how I see this Capricorn season ending, I do see people viewing our leaders and politicians in a very different light, only because Neptune and Saturn are kind of touching each other right now, and in an astrological sense, this is definitely about illusions shattering. And we've seen how everyone literally like transferred all to red note. People aren't going to be putting up with a lot more things than they usually do, especially since so many people moved en masse to red note, and it was kind of just like, people shifted, people adapted, and this is what happens when you do have to work with what you have. And this is what's going to be a very popular theme with the Pluto in Aquarius the next 20 years. Now I want to talk about the next transits for Capricorn. Personally, you guys are honestly getting a pretty good breath of fresh air, most likely later into the year. Since Pluto is still in the very early degrees, it's probably touching a lot of you guys. A lot of you may have gone through changes, very everlasting changes and transitions, especially in the last like year and a half when Pluto and Capricorn were kind of in limbo in between signs with each other. You might have gone through some like life altering kind of events or situations the last like 2 to 3 years or so, and that is because of that Pluto transition. And it may even be for better or worse. You probably just have some of you may just have a new perspective on yourself, or a new perspective on how you want to go about the course of your life. It can be a very big number of things. Again, it's really just depending on where Capricorn is in your chart. A lot of you may have gone through a lot of moments where you just kind of feel like stripped, like losing everything, having to rebuild, constantly having to rebuild, and it kind of was definitely a push and pull. I think a lot of you may have been doing that multiple times, especially the last 2 to 3 years. Pluto went back into Capricorn last year around fall time, and it went into Aquarius one last time, and it's going to stay there until 2044. So that constant limbo state of having to rebuild and being stripped and rebuilding again, that phase has come to a close. I can assure a lot of Capricorns that you will not have to be going through this limbo state anymore. Hopefully this will be pretty freeing for you, and I hope that maybe you were able to gain a new perspective out of it and kind of just have a new sense of self as well. I don't think I have anything more to touch on or more to say, because honestly, Pluto finally leaving you guys is probably the best news that you could probably have, especially astrologically, because it's definitely, it can be a tough transit. It is a tough transit, and not a lot of people are experiencing or have experienced Pluto touching their sun. It's a tough transit, but Capricorn, since it is ruled by Saturn, it is a very resilient sign. People only like to ascribe Capricorn to money or anything like work related or money related when it's not the only thing that you guys, represent or symbolize. Now that you guys have a good breath of fresh air, I do hope that you guys had an amazing Capricorn season and you have nothing else to really worry about right now. Maybe sometime in the spring, but we'll talk about that when your season comes around again. So that is all I had for Capricorn. Capricorn, I do hope you guys enjoyed your season, and I will see you guys in your next video. So I'm going to stop talking here and let you guys watch the rest of the application. Here is how my Polygel application is looking. Since we are done, I'm going to go ahead and wipe away the sticky layer from the Polygel using alcohol. So I have my dust collector ready and we are ready to begin filing. So as far as filing goes, I think the only nail that I am going to file is my thumb, only because this is the one that I did the 2-bead method with and the surface is very uneven. So now I'm going to use my nail drill. I'm going to put this on an RPM of 13. This is just something that I am comfortable with and a speed that I'm used to using. You can go a lot lower if you'd like. I'm really just going to be going over the surface to kind of just smooth it out a little bit more because the application does look pretty good. Now that we're done with the filing portion, we are ready to begin gel art. So I am going to be doing an airbrush design on the pointer finger, and I'm using gel polish. I know, please do not come for me. I do have a actual airbrush kit coming in. I'm praying this one doesn't clog my airbrush machine like the other ones have. Since I used black gel polish, I did kind of have to build up the opacity on this. I did go over this about twice, I believe, curing each layer in between. I am going to be doing some gel art on this, so I am going to apply base coat on this nail and cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds just to kind of protect the aura design, and if I make any mistakes I can just wipe it away. Now I'm using Born Pretty's metal painting gel. I would have showed you guys the pot, but it's like super messy even though I have not moved it, and it's been in one spot since forever, and I'm kind of just freestyling this design. I'm not having anything specific here. On this nail, I used my glove and I'm kind of using my finger to make some like prints on the nail. I kind of wanted to have like a rusty type of look here because we are going to apply chrome on this. And honestly, I'm going to apply base coat on this because I am going to do some gel art on this as well. So I'm applying base coat and curing this in the lamp for 30 seconds. This next nail I am going to be painting entirely black because I do want to do a chrome design. So I'm applying one layer of this black gel polish. I will be curing it in the lamp for 30 seconds. You can do it a little bit longer. And then I'm going to be going in with a mixture of rhinestone glue, top coat, and black gel polish to kind of make a 3D look. I kind of wanted to go for like a molten chrome type of thing going on here, so that is what I'm doing on this nail. Okay, so this nail, I was really trying to be edgy, but it didn't really turn out that way. I genuinely think I probably should have just marbled this because when I added the chrome design on top of this, you could barely see anything. So yeah, we're not going to be too judgy with this. We listen and we don't judge. So now that I'm done with the gel art, I am going to be applying top coat on all of my nails, and I will be curing this in the lamp for 60 seconds. So here are how my nails turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I like how these turned out. I'm not too mad at them. I do like the chrome look. Do wish I incorporated a little bit more black. And Capricorn, I know this is not something you guys would normally wear. I kind of just didn't want to do something simple and basic for you guys. So hopefully you still like this. I do have everything that I used linked in the description box. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. And thank you all so much for watching. I do hope to see you all in my next video.